Hi everyone, and welcome to the ghost town of California languages, where we mine through the bones of languages native to California. Welcome to episode 9. Today we'll be talking about the Cahuilla tribe and their language. The Cahuilla, also known by these names, are the first peoples of the inland areas of Southern California. Their northern boundary included the San Bernardino Mountains, the south were the Borrego Springs and Chocolate Mountains, the east was the Colorado Desert, and the west by the San Jacinto Plain. Their territory spanned over 2,000 square miles. There are actually 9 bands of the Cahuilla Nation. In fact, they were actually one of the largest tribes of Southern California. Today, they have around 3,000 enrolled members. If you've listened to my other episodes, many of you probably know that a vast number of tribes are not federally recognized across the United States. However, the Cahuilla bands actually are. The 9 tribes include the Agua Caliente, Agustin, Cahuilla, Cabazon, Los Coyotes, Morongo, Ramona, Santa Rosa, and the Torres Martinez. All these groups make up the Cahuilla tribe and share similar traditions and a mother tongue, but are divided by region. Like the tribes from the previous episodes, you may wonder why some of the names are in Spanish. Well, it's actually due to colonization. But actually, the Cahuilla were not subject to a whole lot of Spanish colonization since they were so far inland. Colonizers often saw the desert land as useless. The Cahuilla learned about Spanish missions through other tribes living near missions in San Gabriel and San Diego. However, it's important to note that European colonization still took a toll, introducing foreign diseases and wiping out 80% of the existing Cahuilla population. I'm so glad to hear that they're recovering, though. The Cahuilla have an oral story about their origins which goes something like this. When the Cahuilla first made their way into Coachella Valley, there was a vast lake called Lake Cahuilla. Unfortunately, it's not present anymore because it dried out, but now there's the Salton Sea in the same location. Anyways, Cahuilla life began in the Coachella Valley and the surrounding mountain range by their creator god Mucat. When Mucat died, the Cahuilla people were dispersed, and some are said to have gone as far as South America. The Cahuilla people heavily relied on nature for survival. One tree they particularly relied on was the California fan palm. They also harvested fruits and used the leaves for basketry, sandals, and roofs. Another includes the mesquite bean. These mesquite trees also often served as a boundary between villages. Look at this saying. It means that one there, and that one there, and those over there. The desert Cahuilla specifically hunted big game animals like mountain sheep and deer. Villages were based on lineage, including up to 200 people. Each village was an independent unit made up by a family and had their own territory for hunting and gathering. The leader was referred to as a net. The net handles village disputes and important matters. The houses themselves usually had open walls or were made of adobe. Song culture is such a fundamental part of the Cahuilla identity. They also had numerous rituals, 2 of which including the annual mourning ceremony and the eagle ceremony, which honors a dead chief or shaman. The birdsong and the peon are also 2 significant Cahuilla dances. Their basket weaving in particular is very well known. They can take anywhere from a few hours to a few months just for one basket. This tradition belonged to women primarily. One distinguishing characteristic of Cahuilla baskets is the light ring that makes up the last topmost coil. The Cahuilla language, also called Ivilyuat, is a language currently being revived. Cahuilla itself means the master or the powerful one. It's classified in the Takic branch of the Uzo-Aztecan language family. It is in the same subgroup as other languages including Serrano, Quitanemuic, Luiseño, and Tongva or Gabrieleño. They call the Palm Springs Seki, meaning boiling water. These hot springs provided clean water home to many key traditions. The neighboring Taquitz Canyon is named after a central shaman in Cahuilla mythology named Taquitz. Although the language was once on the brink of extinction, Cahuilla members have been working hard to keep it in existence. In fact, the University of California Riverside was the first UC to adopt a Cahuilla course. William Madrigal Jr., a member of the Cahuilla tribe, says the next stage after revitalization is maintenance. He also mentions that, unfortunately, in the late 1800s, Cahuilla was on the decline due to government boarding schools. Native American students were prohibited from speaking their own language, and a whole generation of culture was lost. However, others were still able to teach tribal members, and now they're in the process of revival. One way the Cahuilla language is practiced is actually through birdsongs, as mentioned earlier. It's a great way to spread the language to younger generations to ensure future use. Anyone can sing them, which makes them even better since they're not like other traditional songs, which might be limited to a certain gender or age. These songs tell the story of the Cahuilla people's journey from the perspective of a bird. It's a great supplement to language learning courses. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn more about the Cahuilla language and culture. It was such a pleasure, and until next time, have an amazing day, everyone.